Lay me down. Lay me down. Lay me down. Lay me down.
What up, y'all?
How we doing? Everybody feeling good? I don't know why I said everybody. I hope you're all feeling great, but you're the only person here for me to talk to. How you feeling?
What's up? I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah, dude.
It's hot in here.
So it is. It's a little bit.
It's toasty.
Yeah. We also added some new lights, which I don't think are helping. The LEDs aren't very hot.
No, I don't think they're making it hotter.
But they're
bright though. Don't look right at them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you'll blind yourself.
Yeah. The heat is coming for LA.
Yep, and we don't have air
And we are ill prepared. At least in this part of the apartment.
Air conditioning back there, but not out here.
Yeah.
Bummer, man.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I told you I was going to start hot.
You're going to heart Stott?
I heart you, Stott. No, dude. Can I give a little PSA to the people?
But what?
Don't drive drunk. You fucking jerks. Not you if you don't do it, but if you're one of those people, our friend of the show, Zach, a.k.a. Rogue Waves, got hit by a car in Jacksonville while he was stationary at a stoplight. Someone drove 60 miles per hour into his car.
Jesus.
He was in the hospital. Him and his friends, that he was there for a bachelor party before.
Holy shit.
Hit by a fucking drunk driver.
Is he okay?
Yes, he's okay now. He was in the hospital for, I think, a day.
Fucking-
And apparently his friends were in worse shape than he was. But one, Zach, we hope you're doing better, man. We hope everything's going okay. I hope financially you're going to be all right. I don't know about your whole situation with work and everything, but I hope everything's okay. If you need anything, reach out to us. Hope everything's good with you and your friends. But fucking don't drive drunk, you jerks. Pisses me off, dude. Makes me very angry. I've worked with a lot of people who talk about it like it's some sort of...
Like it's just fine.
It's like a gold star badge if you drive home drunk and you make it home without anybody catching you.
Well, that's like the worst kind of
pisses
people.
me off.
That's the worst kind of people that have zero shame about it. But like, there's a lot of people who just recognize it as a normal thing.
Yeah, and
Like,
they're just
I just didn't really plan around.
It makes me so angry.
I'm not gonna leave my car in the parking lot, so I'm not gonna take an Uber home here.
I don't want to get my car towed.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Have a DD. Get an Uber. Get a taxi. Get a Lyft. Whatever. There's so many. It's 2019. There's lots of ways to get home. Call a friend. Don't drive drunk. It's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And best to you, Zach. We love you, man. All right. Do you want to actually do the show?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get into it.
I'm going to make you sit here while I talk about football. You know why?
I'm actually pretty well informed about it.
Oh, yeah? Are you? Stuff. I'm sure you
might
are.
even know more than you.
Oh, okay. I'm sure you will. I've got a list here of, not all of, because there was a bunch, but several of the top free agency signings from the first week of NFL free agency. So, first I have to do a little heartfelt thing, though, because the Miami Dolphins said goodbye to two long-term players this week. They said goodbye to quarterback Ryan Tannehill and defensive end Cameron Wake. Ryan Tannehill, thank you for your hard work. Thank you for the bruising, beatings you took for 7 years. We never put a good offensive line in front of you, and you peed blood, literally, because of it. That dude peed blood at halftime and kept playing in a game. Tough as nails, dude. I'd like to see an alternate world where we put a good line around him and he didn't start getting hurt after the 2016 season. I'd like to see that world.
Yeah. But
sadly, it's not the one we live in. And you want to know my hot take?
What?
I think by the end of the 2019 season, he will be the Titans starter and not Marcus Mariota. That's my hot take.
Damn, that's your hot take, huh?
Because I guarantee you Marcus Mariota gets hurt at some point. He's gotten hurt in literally every season he's ever played in.
Uh-huh.
And Tannehill will come in, and I think will be better than him.
Damn.
If he's healthy.
Damn. TCAKS hot take.
TCAKS hot take.
That's not the first.
It's one of them, though.
It might be the first right one, though.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll know in
we'll
know in like 8 months.
Remember my hot take, my NBA hot take from the beginning of this season?
No.
You don't remember? Like, I was like, if I have one hot take, this is my hot take.
What was it?
I said that the Cavaliers are going to finish with a better record than the Pelicans.
Ugh. I don't remember you saying that, but was Kevin Love hurt yet when you said it?
No, I don't think so. It was like, this was before the
Why did you think the Pelicans would be that bad?
Well, I thought that the Cavs were actually going to push for the playoffs.
Bruh. Nah. You were wrong.
Dog, they're not that far off.
You were wrong. You were wrong.
I'm wrong, but it's a lot closer than people expected. The Pelicans are ass.
Pelicans are real bad.
Yeah.
Well, you're close to being right, but not for the reason you thought.
Well, I mean, I don't think anybody really suspected that Anthony Davis was.
Yeah, the whole saga was going to happen. Now I have to say goodbye to Cameron Wake. Future Miami Dolphins Ring of Honor player.
Mm-hmm.
Second in career sacks in Miami Dolphins history.
Mm-hmm.
Dude came from the Canadian League.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the Giants practice squad. He was doing
Right.
like mortgaging or something like that for a couple
Yeah.
years. Fought his way back onto an NFL roster. He was great player for us for a long time. I respect him a lot, and I thank him for his time working hard for the Miami Dolphins. I'm sad that we were never better for him. Now he's also on the Titans. Maybe I should just become a Titans fan.
Wait, so both of them went to the Titans?
Yeah. The Titans signed Cameron Wake in free agency, and they traded for Ryan Tannehill. Yeah. Anyway, those are my goodbyes to the Dolphin boys. And now, hello to Ryan Fitzpatrick. Tank for Tua is officially on, dude. It's real. It's a real thing.
You guys picked up Fitzy?
We signed Fitzmagic today.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. After being spurned by Teddy Bridgewater.
Because I saw the notification on my phone, but I didn't realize that it was the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
I picked them up.
Yeah.
That's interesting. How do you feel about that?
The tank for Tua is on. Ryan Fitzpatrick is garbage.
Yeah. You just don't care.
No. I have a feeling that next season the Dolphins are going to be very shitty.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that they have a plan in place, and they're trying their best to execute it well to have a quick turnaround. And I think that it's possible that it happens. Because I think they really are. They're either going to make a push to get Kyler Murray or Dwayne Haskins in this draft, or they're going to try to tank their asses off to get Tua next year. Tua or Jake Fromm. That's what it seems like the plan is. Not looking forward to watching next season. I probably won't. Honestly, I probably won't watch as much. It's just not like if I know they're going to be tanking, I'm not as interested in watching. I don't want to put myself through that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Football also sucks, dude.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I
That's
very
why
much
you
enjoy
shouldn't
watching
watch it.
football. My Orlando Apollos just suffered their first loss. I didn't watch
really?
it. I didn't watch it.
Who they lose to?
The Phoenix Hot Shots.
Get the fuck out of here. That's not their name.
They might not be from Phoenix, but they are the Hot Shots. They the Hot Shots. That's okay, dude. Garrett Gilbert's going to win MVP. It's going to be fine. I've literally watched 2 quarters of football from their team this year, but that's my squad. O-Town, what up? All right, let's get to the real football shit here. Odell Beckham, you know who that is?
I've heard of him.
You know those Head and Shoulders commercials?
Do you know why I know so much about OBJ?
Because your girlfriend thinks he's hot.
Chill out. We both think he's hot.
True.
No, I follow him on Instagram. Look,
Okay.
see this?
Oh, yeah, there you go. He's rolling downhill. So you know a lot about Odell Beckham because you follow him on Instagram because you think he's hot, because that's why you follow people on Instagram.
Well, no, I mean, I think that he's like someone who lends themselves to being fucking incredible to watch and highlight.
That's true.
And highlight videos.
That's true.
And he has just really dope highlight videos on
Yeah,
his
that's-
Instagram. And plus, it's just like for the same reasons I follow anybody else on Instagram. Like, it's a cool looking Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
They post funny stuff. They post interesting stuff. You know, like the stuff that he does with like what is it? Uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted, yeah.
It's
Odell
produced by-
Beckham gets a bad rap.
What's his bad rap? Do you think?
People think he's like a troublemaker and a distraction.
Really?
It's because he's really emotional on the sidelines. He like
Okay.
freaks out on the side. Like he like tears down kicking nets and throws things. He goes
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
But he's a super emotional guy, and some people view him as immature, and they think that he's part of the reason the Giants have been horrible, but that's not true. He's been, if anything, one of the only bright spots on the Giants. They're just trash. But yeah, he got traded to the Browns, which was the coolest thing about it to me is that it reunites him and Jarvis Landry.
Right.
Now, I have a deep love for Jarvis Landry.
Who
'cause he's
both
a
played at
Dolphin.
LSU.
They played together at LSU, and they've been friends since childhood. So it's very cool. I feel like they sort of willed that into existence somehow because they've been like sort of being like, that could happen someday, you know, like since they were rookies. Jarvis used to say it all the time, and I would be like, please, both of you come to Miami. And then we traded Jarvis away last year. So Cleveland all of a sudden is like, people are like, they might go to the Super Bowl. And I'm like, pump your brakes a little bit. Pump your brakes. It's a little quick to jump that far, right? A little quick. Because here's the thing. They've got Baker. They've got Nick Chubb. That's his real name. They've got Kareem Hunt, which I don't know if you remember. He's the guy that got cut from the Chiefs last season for the domestic assault thing. He got his official suspension this week, 8 games, because he's a first-time offender. So he'll be back for them in the second half of the season this year. And he, as shitty as what he did is, he's a
good
really good running back, yeah. Then they've got Jarvis and Odell and Go Gator Antonio Callaway, receiver. They've got David Njoku, a tight end. They have a very explosive offense. Very explosive. They've got some good players on their defense, too. But to thee I present this. I don't know why I said it like that. You know who Freddie Kitchens is?
No.
Yeah, exactly. That's their head coach. This dude was, I want to say, the running backs coach at the beginning of last season.
Okay.
The running backs coach. Then, halfway through the year, they fire Hugh Jackson. They promote the Greg Williams with 2 Gs, Greg G. Williams, up to interim head coach. Freddie Kitchens becomes offensive coordinator. Offense starts blowing up. Baker's slinging it. Baker's balling out, playing great. They win some games. People are feeling good about the Browns. Now, they just go, hey, we're going to make this dude the head coach. So I'm just going to say, don't get overly hyped because he's never been a head coach before. Just temper expectations, Browns fans. I hope you guys are good. You've suffered for literally your entire existence.
Do you doubt that this Kitchens fella can cook something up?
Nice. I like that.
I've been waiting for
That's
at least
impressive.
45 seconds.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I don't know if I doubt it, but I just temper your expectations. A lot of people are like, the Browns are going to easily win that division. And I'm like, 1, sure, the Bengals suck. Forget them. 2, the Ravens, I don't know why people are discounting them. They lost a lot of defensive players in this free agency, including Terrell Suggs, CJ Mosley. They cut Eric Weddle. They lost some good defensive players, but they brought in Earl Thomas.
Terrell Suggs is still around.
Yeah, dude. He just signed with the Cardinals. Doing his thing. This is going to be the first time since like the 90s where one of Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, or Terrell Suggs is not on the Ravens. It's very weird.
That's
truly the end of an era.
That's how you know that they're old.
T-Sizzle,
It's
baby.
because I
know them. Yeah.
who they are.
So, but yeah, the Ravens I think are still going to be pretty good. They're going to have a shot at winning that division, especially if Lamar Jackson grows. Their rookie quarterback from last year, Heisman winner. They ran the ball a lot. They need to start opening up the field a bit. But they brought in Mark Ingram. He's a good running back. They're going to have, I don't know, man. I think the Ravens could win that. And I think people are discounting the Steelers too quickly. The most Steelers thing of all time would be to lose Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown and then go win like 12 games. It'd be the most Steelers thing you've ever seen. That's just like, it's what they do. They don't pay people. They never have. They just they churn out. Listen, dude. People are all like, "Oh my God, they let Antonio Brown go. They ruined everything with Antonio Brown. They couldn't keep him happy." Can I interest you in this? Antonio Brown was a 6th-round pick, right? They also have Juju Smith-Schuster. I think he was a 2nd-round pick. I bet you James Washington pops off this year. I bet you that happens. Go back a little bit. Same draft as Antonio Brown, Emmanuel Sanders. Do you know who that is? You probably don't. You don't know anything. Anyway, he's good. He's on the Broncos. He's good. They didn't pay him because when him and Antonio Brown were free agents, they picked Antonio Brown. They let Emmanuel Sanders walk. He went to Denver and made a bunch of money. Going back a little further, how about Santonio Holmes, Super Bowl MVP? They let him walk. He didn't do shit after he left. How about Mike Wallace? They let him walk to Miami, where he was garbage. He's still in the league, but he's a journeyman receiver. How about before that, they drafted Hines Ward in the late. They are so good at finding receivers that I don't doubt they'll be able to replace him. Juju's going to walk right into the number 1 role. I expect it at this point.
Do you think that Ben still got it?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has he been like struggling?
He has random games where he throws 6 interceptions, but he's done that since he was a rookie.
Yee.
6 is a lot. It's more like 5.
Yee.
And it's basically like whenever they play the Jaguars, for some reason, they just pick him off like crazy. But yeah, he's always been like that though. He's kind of a gunslinger. But yeah. You know what is a classy move by them? They re-signed Ryan Shazier.
Yep.
Which is super cool.
In order for him to keep his medical insurance so that he could,
Yep. Very cool.
Yeah.
So props to you, Steelers.
Yeah, that was
I don't know if you made the right football moves in terms of your superstars. We'll see. But you made a classy move with Ryan Shazier.
What else? What other football stuff you got?
Oh, I got you, dog. How about Nick
I'm
Foles
enjoying this
making
conversation.
all the money? Nick Foles got $50 million guaranteed.
By who?
The Jaguars,
Oh, okay.
our old stomping grounds, Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
The Jaguars. Nick Foles. Do you know what his record is outside of Philadelphia as a starter?
3-7.
Fucking something like that. It's awful. It's really bad. Got a bad feeling about this. They paid him too much money. Maybe
What was
I'm
the
wrong.
Jags record last year?
Shit. But they made the AFC Championship game. AFC Championship game the year before that. With Blake Bortles. They just had a really good defense. Solid running game. Blake Bortles, I don't know if he'll get another job. He's real bad. I've been in his presence before though.
In his presence?
Like his physical, like I've been in the same place as him, like we are
Was
right now.
he getting knighted?
Well, he was on the Knights.
Was in his presence.
He was the Knights quarterback.
That's true.
That's true.
Hmm.
No, the B-dubs I worked at in Orlando, he was there like a bunch.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was weird. People would freak out when he came in. They'd be like, "Oh my god, Blake Bortles is here!" It's very strange. Yeah, I mentioned Teddy Bridgewater said no to Miami. Made me sad. I like Teddy Bridgewater. I would have liked the chance to, like, instead of having Ryan Fitzpatrick, to let him have a chance to turn his career around and see if he could be a starter in Miami for a season before we went for a kid. But he said no. He said, I would rather stay in New Orleans and have the chance of taking over for Drew Brees.
Okay.
Which I get. I totally understand. Apparently there was a little hesitation at one point.
Also, Bridgewater is such a good name for a New Orleans quarterback.
True. But he's from Miami. He's from Heritage.
Hmm.
He's from South Florida. Yeah. He grew up a Dolphins fan. But plus, like, we have his college receiver on our team. Devontae Parker was like his number one target in college.
Right.
He's been kind of a bust though. But he's always injured. No, but there was it was announced he was re-signing with the Saints, and then the next day was like, oh, Teddy Bridgewater is considering not doing that anymore because he's afraid that Sean Payton might leave when Drew Brees retires to be the coach of the Cowboys. Yeah, pretty
Really?
weird, right? That's been a rumor for a long time that he may eventually leave for the Cowboys job.
Why?
I don't know. I guess because Jerry Jones will give him all the money, but he already makes a ton of money for the Saints. He's a hero in that. Him and Drew Brees are gods in that city. After what they, after the hurricane and everything. But yeah, I don't know. I think maybe he's from Texas or something, and he grew up a cowboy, so it's like kind of his dream job kind of thing. Maybe, I'm not sure, but he apparently got at least some sort of confirmation of something because he's staying there. So I think it's only a 1-year deal though, so he could always go somewhere else again next year. How about Le'Veon Bell to the Jets?
That's my reaction.
Yeah, me too. The Jets suck. I hate
You also have like
fuck the Jets.
heavily biased against the Jets.
Yeah, that's like the number one team that you
Mm-hmm.
hate if you're a Dolphins fan.
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
Other
they have
than the Patriots.
Oh yeah, the Patriots are like your big brother who is mean to you,
Okay.
and you're like, oh man, you're such a jerk, big brother, but you're so good at beating me up. Why are you so good at beating me up, big brother? The Jets are like the bully that lives down the street that you can beat up, but he's still like a bully. So it's like
He's still a dick.
It's kind of comical. Now I'm saying all these things now, but going into next season, they'll probably whoop our ass because we're going to be horrible.
Mm.
But that's okay. It's all right. But they have the Dolphins' old coach now too. They have Adam Gase, crazy ass. But yeah, they spent a bunch. They did exactly what the Dolphins did when we got Adam Gase. They went out and spent a bunch of money on people. They got Le'Veon Bell. I think they got C.J. Mosley. Spent a bunch of money on dudes, and I think they might end up doing exactly what the Dolphins did and ruin their cap situation and make it really hard to manage an actual team. Plus, I don't think Sam Darnold's going to be very good. I'm in the minority there, though. A lot of people think he's going to be good, but I don't.
He's their quarterback?
He was a rookie last year. Yep. Him and Josh Allen on the Bills was a rookie last year, and I don't think he's very good either. That's just my opinion, though. Whereas the dude, whoever he's talking about maybe getting traded because the Cardinals might draft Kyler Murray number 1 overall, Josh Rosen, I think Josh Rosen's actually pretty good. Even though he was not good last year. But have you seen the Cardinals' offensive line or offensive game plan or weapons? They have the corpse of Larry Fitzgerald, and that's it. Props to him, though, for he keeps balling. Love that dude. Okay, I got this one for you. You know the Honey Badger?
Yeah.
He went to Kansas City.
That's cool.
Super Bowl contenders. Yeah. Saw that, got really excited. I was like, oh, man.
How old is he now?
Probably around 30, I would guess.
Okay, so he's still got
Still got a few years in him.
oomph.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He played for the Texans last year. After having a bad injury, he signed with the Texans and played well, I think. But I saw that and I was like, oh, that's cool. Him and Eric Berry both playing safety for the Chiefs, and then they cut Eric Berry, and that made me really sad. I'm a big Eric Berry fan. Survived cancer and all that. Very inspirational guy.
He's also really good, right?
Apparently, since he survived cancer and came back and played, but then he started getting a lot of injuries, and it's apparently really hampered his playing. A lot of, like, I think ankle stuff. Pray for them ankles, Steph Curry style. Yeah, and I don't think he's signed anywhere yet, so he's a free agent. Yeah, that's all the ones I'm going to tell you about. Those are the kind of the big names. And now I've forced you to do it, and I feel good about it.
All right, so that's over?
Yeah.
All right, that's great. Can we move on to basketball now?
Yeah, I want to talk about Donovan
Thanks.
Mitchell and the Jazz.
Thanks. Appreciate that. Thanks. Thank you.
And Russell Westbrook and what it all means.
Yes. That's exactly what I want to talk about.
Wow, that's weird.
It's almost like you read my notes.
It's almost like I was going to reward you for sitting through that.
All right, do you want to start this off?
So, earlier in the week, the Thunder played in Utah, in Salt Lake City, and there was a situation that happened between Russell Westbrook and some fans. And this is not the first time this has happened in Utah with Russell Westbrook. This is a multiple times he's had weird interactions with fans that got, like, not violent, but derogatory, I guess you could say. Racial, for sure.
Yeah.
So there's video caught of Russell Westbrook saying, "I'll fuck you up. You and your wife. I'll fuck you both up." And people were like, "Oh, God, what is he doing?"
Yeah.
Turns out he was reacting to a fan who told him to get on his knees like he's used to and some other things. Very, like, racially charged thing. Like, you shouldn't be... You can, like, shit talk. I feel like you can shit talk players if you're down there, but you can't be, like, almost, like, inhumane about it, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can have fun. You can do fun shit talking. There's a difference, though, in that and, like, real life horrible things. So all this happened, and there was a big hoopla. And in the post game, Russell explained his side of what happened, and the fan did an interview on, like, the local news and just straight up lied about what he said. He was like, "Oh man, he was wearing knee pads, so I told him to, like, ice his knees, bro.
Yeah.
Ice your knees, bro."
Yeah,
and he
ice
just
your
straight
knees.
up lied.
And then he said that, like, he brought his girlfriend and it was, like, her first time seeing an NBA game, and he was like, "Oh, well, like, welcome to the NBA, Jennifer." Yeah, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, this dude straight up lied.
Fuck
And
you.
the Utah organization did, like, I would say, spurned on by Donovan Mitchell. Did you see his post he put on? I think it was on Instagram.
Yeah, he said
Twitter.
something about that
He put a
this
really
dude
a
doesn't
really
represent.
well-written post about the fans in Utah and the fan base and the people of Utah and how much he loves it there and how he's felt embraced by the community and how he knows that these racially charged situations do not speak of the community as a whole, but just a few individuals. And then he called on the organization to do something about it, and they did. The owner, did you see the owner, the old lady, come out and give that speech?
I didn't see this speech. I just saw that the fact that they gave a lifetime.
Yeah, they
ban
gave
to
that
this.
dude a lifetime ban. They gave a dude from the playoffs last year a lifetime ban. I think they gave another person they gave like 3 people lifetime bans for things. Because basically this dude that lied, they basically, like, they just call up season ticket holders and they're like, "Hey, did you see what happened? Can you tell us?" And they're like, "Yeah, this is what happened." That's basically how they do their
Really?
That's
Their
how
investigation?
Yeah,
Huh.
because, like, season ticket holders don't want their experience ruined.
Right.
So they're like, "Yeah, get this fucking dude out of here.
Yeah.
He's an asshole." It's like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
Fuck him. And I think the cool thing is seeing the response from Utah Jazz fans. So I told you that I went on to the Utah
Sexual
Jazz.
favors.
I went on to the Utah Jazz subreddit to see how they were responding to the situation, if there was anything at all. And one of the top one of the top posts on there with, like, over 1,000 upvotes was a tweet from this guy's Twitter from the past, which he's deleted now.
Oh yeah. I heard you talk about how like Russell Westbrook needs to get his ass beat and stuff.
Yeah, saying that Russell Westbrook needs to get his ass beat, and that the worst one was Russell Westbrook needs to go back where he came from. #MAGA.
Oh god!
Like when I read it, I was like,
Russell Westbrook's from like California.
when I read it, I was like, is this real? Is this some kind of like weird Jussie Smollett situation? Like, where's there some like kind of, but like from multiple sources, I've seen this tweet, and I don't know how to verify it other than that.
Yeah. Especially if he's deleted them.
Yeah, because he's deleted his accounts, which I mean doesn't bode well. So the Utah Jazz fan base even said, "No, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
He is not a representative of our fan base." And they just fucking disowned
like,
him.
"Get this dude out."
I love it.
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and then I kept scrolling through some of their posts, and there was like a fucking retro wave looking, outrun looking fucking poster of Derek Favors, and it said "Upvote sexual favors."
That's a ridiculous nickname, and I love it. Yeah, there's a difference between being like this dude and being like purple shirt guy in Charlotte.
Purple shirt guy?
The guy that is the reason that D-Wade popped off in the playoffs in 16? You don't remember
Was
that?
he just talking shit?
We played the Heat played the Hornets in the first round. I think it was 2016. And this dude was wearing a purple Hornets shirt, like a jersey or something. And he kept like directly shit talking D-Wade. He would like stand up and like walk onto the court and be like, D-Wade, who like, and D-Wade like singled him out and started popping off. He started going nuts. He started hitting step back threes and shit. He went full dad mode.
Right.
And then he would like hit a big three and then run back down the court and like point at that dude. And so it became like a meme that like when D-Wade goes into God mode, somebody makes the joke that purple shirt man's around.
Right.
And two, when D-Wade starts they did it today. When D-Wade starts playing really well, Hornets fans start like getting PTSD to purple shirt man and how he ruined their chances in the playoffs because he made Dwayne Wade angry. What else happened in basketball this week? In the NBA, because there's obviously a lot of stuff from college with the conference tournaments happening, but trying to remember if there was any big news.
Not really. Everybody's just kind of like
the playoff race
jockeying for
the
playoff position.
Where are you guys at now?
We're still
behind
like,
the Heat?
well,
Or
no,
game?
we're a game behind you guys now that we.
Oh, because you won today.
Because we both won.
Yeah,
today,
we beat the Hornets. Yep. In a very low score. It was like 96-78 or something.
Yeah, it's the same with us and the Hawks.
Yeah.
Fucking like neither of us could fucking shoot.
It must be really nice to just be able to handle the Hawks consistently.
Yeah,
Oh my
I mean,
God,
like,
that was so unprofessional of me.
You could say that, but like, we've lost against the us losing against really bad team is just like is kind of spread out instead of consistently losing to
one really bad team. Yeah. Yo, so that little noise was Lou Will hitting a unreal game winner against the Nets. But that reminded me that Lou Will became the highest scoring bench player ever, I think, this week.
Really?
And I wanted to ask you, where would you rank him in like all-time sixth men?
Damn, dude, that's a fucking hard question to ask because I don't really like Manu is probably the best
That's
one, right?
probably the answer, yeah. That's all you got? You know who he passed for all-time bench scoring?
Let me think. Because it's not Manu. Manu's
it's not
numbers
Manu.
are low.
Manu did more all-around stuff. He also grabbed bats out of the air.
Yeah, he's multifunctional.
Yeah. His bats per 36 stat is nuts.
No, who did he pass?
Del Curry.
Oh,
All-time bench scorer.
Cool.
Del Curry.
Steph's dad.
Steph and Seth's dad.
Mm-hmm.
He has two sons.
who?
Seth Curry.
Who?
Why are you doing that?
Is that
What are you doing?
Aisha's brother?
Damn, that's cold. Damn. No, that's Aisha's brother-in-law.
Steph and
It's
Seth's.
It's Riley's uncle. I didn't know that Del Curry was that good until I saw. Like, I knew that he was a good shooter.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that he was like that good. Yeah. You want to talk about some college basketball?
Yeah, let's do it.
We watched a little. I watched quite a bit at work this week. There was a dude at work who came in like 3 or 4 days in a row and just had like 4 TVs to himself that he was putting on whatever game. He's like writes for CBS or something. So he was in watching all the games, and I was talking to him a lot. But there was some. Duke beat Florida State to win the ACC, which Florida State was like kind of like a surprise getting there. They upset Virginia, right?
Yes.
To get there, yeah. Man, Virginia's getting upset before the tournament even starts. They're in trouble. Uh-oh.
Yay.
Uh-oh, Virginia.
Yay.
Hey. I think Michigan State won the Big Ten. Tennessee won the SEC. No, Auburn. Sorry, Auburn won the... Auburn, like, blew Kentucky out today, which was wild. Oh, my God, no. Tennessee beat Kentucky yesterday, and then Auburn beat Tennessee today by like 18 or something. What are the other big conferences that people care about? The Pac-12 sucks.
Big Ten.
I said that. Michigan State.
Oh.
Yeah, but all the 1 seeds were decided, and surprisingly, 3 ACC teams got 1 seeds for the tournament.
Do you feel like that's surprising? I feel like
it's not what people were expecting.
Really? I feel like
From all the talk I heard on
they brought
sports
it up
shows
during
and
the
stuff.
ACC championship a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say one of the announcers was
I
like, "There's
thought
a
that-
good chance that
I
there's going
thought
to be 3."
that because Virginia didn't make it to their own conference's final game, that they wouldn't. They'd be a 2 seed.
Especially because they didn't lose to one of the other number 1 seeds.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of suspect, but
So they lost, or Gonzaga was like guaranteed on number 1
yeah.
because their record is so good, even though they're not from a good conference.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was like probably going to be at least 2 ACC teams, is what it seemed like. But a lot of people thought that the winner of the Big Ten would get one, either Michigan or Michigan State, and they didn't. They didn't get it. I wonder if Michigan had won, if they would have gotten it. I don't know. And then Kentucky didn't.
They're 3, right?
Michigan's a 2 seed.
Michigan's a 2 seed.
Yeah.
Oh, they're 3.
Kentucky might have gotten one if they had won the SEC, but they got knocked out in the semifinals. So it's like a lot of teams who seem like they should have done better in their conference tournaments didn't.
Mm-hmm.
See the end of that Gator game they lost, dude? The foul they didn't call?
Yeah, the foul.
Come
yeah.
on,
There was
man.
3 dudes on his arms, and they didn't call a foul.
Come on,
It's
man.
whack.
That's the same dude who hit the game winner the day before.
Right.
Nemhard.
Mm-hmm.
Weird name. And then I think so. Like the guy that works for CBS, I was talking to him about the Gators, and he was like, "Yeah, before they beat LSU, because don't forget, LSU was the 1 seed in the SEC when Florida upset them in the tournament, in the SEC tournament. Florida beat them on a buzzer beater, and apparently the odds were like if we lost to LSU, it was like a 20% chance that Florida made the tournament. Winning bumped it up to like an 80% chance.
Wow.
That one game, so it was like a huge win.
Crazy.
And then they had a chance to at least go to overtime there with Auburn, who ended up winning the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
And
Didn't
you got
call it.
super hacked. Super hacked. That'd be crazy. Like I think that actually helps a little bit too. The fact that they went on to win makes it not seem as bad that they lost that game.
Yeah.
Although now I'm saying that I don't think the Gators are going to make a big run
Right.
in the tournament, but we are Gator fans.
But
so
speaking of the tournament,
yeah.
do you want to talk about what we're doing?
Yeah, I do. So we had this idea literally today. We are going to do a cool little thing where I started a bracket challenge group on ESPN.com. So we are inviting any listeners to go on there and join. Fill out your bracket. Fill out the bracket, and whoever wins, no matter who you are, you're going to go up against us and against anyone else who joins. Whoever wins gets to pick our spoiler episode for next month. And instead of doing a poll, we're going to let you pick any movie you want. Whatever you want to make us watch.
We can't put any limitations on it?
I don't know. Can we? It's our thing. We can do whatever we want.
It has to be, I don't know, non-pornographic.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's a limitation.
You can't pick a porn movie.
Unless it's directed by Gaspar Noé.
Okay.
I support that.
Who's that?
He directed
The
Enter the Void and Irreversible and
okay.
Love.
Okay. Oh, is he that foreign dude that make? Oh, wait.
It's French.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so it's no porn movies except Caspar no movies. But yeah, you can pick any movie. If you want to send me into a rage, you can pick Batman vs Superman. If you want to send Chris into a rage, you can pick My Dinner with Andre. Or you can pick something you think we might like, or that you like that you want us to talk about, or that you think would be funny for us to talk. I don't know. Pick whatever you want. Whoever wins the tournament challenge gets to pick our spoiler episode next month. It could get weird.
Do you want to do a My Dinner with Andre episode?
No, I don't want to watch it. Never seen it. Don't want to.
So you straight up don't want to watch it?
Nah, I didn't care about it much before,
Mm-hmm.
and now you have made me just not care even more.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that like my hatred for it isn't like piquing your interest.
I'm not like you. I don't revel in your upsetness. Seeing you angry doesn't make me happy.
Okay.
Whereas you, seeing me upset brings you joy.
I wouldn't say it brings me joy. It brings me sexual gratification.
What'd your bracket look like?
Okay. So my final four.
Keep in mind, we don't know shit about college basketball.
I have literally not watched any
We've
other
watched
college
some
basketball
Duke
game
games this year.
other than Duke. I haven't.
We've
like,
watched some Duke games.
No, we've talked about this before about how much we're like every college basketball hipster who really likes college basketball.
yeah,
and
we're
watches
their
college basketball
we're
games.
their hated enemy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't like guys like us because all we do is fucking watch Duke.
Yeah.
But I like Duke, so suck it.
You
So,
like the current incarnation of Duke.
my final four.
Your final four.
My final four. Can you guess one of them?
Duke.
Can you guess two of them?
North Carolina.
Wrong.
No? Okay.
Can you guess another
Virginia.
one? No.
I don't know.
Murray State.
You went that far with it? You went that far with it?
Give me
Ja!
Give me Shaw. So I obviously picked Duke.
Yep.
Was the first team that I was like, well, I'm gonna have them winning the whole thing.
Okay.
I have Duke going all the way because
Okay.
I don't know who else to pick.
Okay.
And plus, like I know that they're also favored, right?
They're up there, yeah.
Yeah.
Zion, baby. The power of Zion.
Yeah. So Murray State and John Morant, I have them in the Final Four.
Would they play Duke in the Final Four?
Huh?
Would they be up against Duke?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so.
The battle of
My
the
third
top,
team.
The battle of almost the entirety of the top 5 of the draft.
My third team, Oregon.
The Bull's not even playing. Why are you even riding that? Your boy's not even there.
No. This is why I know that Bull's hurt. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
But Ducks.
Okay.
And Washington.
Okay. I've heard Washington's actually pretty
What
good.
if I had like a really like good take on why Washington would make it to the Final Four?
You don't have a good take on it?
No.
Oh, come on, man.
It literally I just clicked.
So your
I
biggest
don't know
Cinderella
Washington.
is Murray State.
Yeah.
For sure. They're
Yeah.
like a 11 or 12 seed?
Mhm.
Something like that. All right, you want to hear mine?
Yeah.
Oh, do you have a score on the championship game?
Oh,
Duke.
a score? I think I said I went high. So I went 75-68.
Okay, and that's Duke beating
Duke beating
Washington or Oregon?
I think Washington.
Okay. All right, my final 4. North Carolina versus Virginia. Duke versus Michigan. I didn't do crazy shit. My crazy shit ends around the Sweet 16 Elite 8. Is kind of where my Cinderellas stop beating the really good teams.
Okay.
I've got
Who's your lowest seed in your Final Four?
2. Michigan's a 2 seed. All 1s and a 2. It's
That, like,
boring. It's boring.
It also like never
but-
happens, right?
No, it happens. I think usually, at least like the top 3 or 4 seeds mostly make it.
I'd like to see the lowest seed in every Final Four in the past few years.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's my final 4. My championship game is UNC versus Duke. I've got UNC.
UNC beating Duke in the national
75-72.
75-72.
I got.
Wait,
to
so
see,
we both said 75.
Yeah, that's when you said that. I was
Huh.
like, oh, weird.
That's
I've
strange.
got to see the trilogy. They've played twice. Both times without Zion. Essentially. Or wait, no, the first time when they beat them, they had Zion, right?
They just played them. They had Zion.
Yeah, that's right. So they beat them with Zion. They lost to them when Zion got hurt. Got to see the trilogy. I want to see it. But I picked North Carolina. They've got that college basketball thing. They've got like Luke May And what's that dude's name? That dude that can shoot. That's a senior.
Cam
Robinson?
Johnson.
Cam Johnson. Yeah.
Cam Johnson.
They've got like those dudes, and they've got.
He's a really good shooter, man.
Yeah.
I could see him going in the second round somewhere.
I also picked Murray State to go kind of far, but not as far, nowhere near as far as you.
Right.
I think I had them losing to FSU, and then FSU losing to one of these teams. I think my biggest Cinderella, St. Mary's.
Why?
Why? Why do I think St. Mary's is going to go to the Elite Eight?
Kind of weird Catholic.
No, dude, they have a great balanced attack. They've got 3 starters that shoot above 40% from 3. They have a very strong defense. I have a real take here. That's actual statistics that I read off the ESPN.com blip when I was looking at the bracket. And they had my favorite thing for picking teams in the tournament run. They had an emotional win in their conference tournament championship game. And that fuels tournament runs. Emotion, baby. That thrives in college basketball. Momentum and emotion are real things. You got 3 dudes shooting above 40%. Yeah, I've got a real take right here.
Yeah, you have your like weird. You have a weird voice on right now.
Oh, do I really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like you're bullshitting a little bit. Like,
Well, that's because I don't know jack shit about St. Mary's, except those things I read. But they're going to the Elite Eight, baby.
All right,
I'm telling you one thing. There's a game that's not decided yet between Belmont and somebody else. And if Belmont wins, I'm changing the first round pick. Belmont's going to get an upset in round 1.
Yeah.
I'm calling that. I'm going to change my bracket there. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, but that's what we're doing.
Yeah. Check out. Just go.
It'll be really disappointing
we're gonna put,
if like nobody fucking.
Yeah, join it. Don't just make it between us two. That'd be lame.
But if it's just us two, then that means that we can basically.
We get to pick our own episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't let us do that. That'd be lame. I feel like your brother will probably join.
Yeah.
And some other random people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who. But some people.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, we're gonna put out.
Yeah, we're gonna put I'll put a link down in the description
and
the password in the description and all that.
There's gonna be TCAKSpod.
Yep.
Not capitalized.
Yeah, the password. Yeah, the group is called TCAKS, all caps. The password is TCAKSpod, no capitals. Got any other sports? Yo, did you see George Masvidal last night? Or is it Jorge? Is it George or Jorge?
I think it's Jorge.
I feel like I heard someone call him George, and it confused me.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I think it's Jorge. Did you see what Jorge Masvidal did last night?
He knocked out Darren Till,
No,
right?
I'm talking about after he knocked out Darren Till.
What happened?
Backstage.
What?
What's that dude's name? Leon Edwards, I think his name is. Some
Dude,
other
I don't
fighter
know.
was backstage, started talking shit in the middle of an interview. Jorge
What?
Masvidal was interviewing with some ESPN lady, and he literally like heard him talking shit, and then was like, "I'll be right back." And he walked over to Leon Edwards. I think his name's Leon Edwards, and they started fucking fighting. They started like
What?
brawling in the backstage. Jorge knocked him up with like a 3-piece combo, and the dude had like a cut over his
Holy
eye. And
shit.
Yeah, it was crazy. Crazy shit.
Bruh. Protect these fighters from themselves.
From themselves, dude. Somebody should be with Conor McGregor at all times.
Also, like, how much? I mean, like, if you're a UFC fighter, have some agency. Like, fucking make better decisions.
Yeah, but if we're being real, they're gonna set this fight up, and it's gonna make more money than it would.
Yeah,
have.
yeah, that's also
That's
gonna happen.
the way the sport works.
Yeah, dude.
It's a weird dichotomy between the the martial artists of MMA, you know what I mean? Like the people who really take the art of what they do seriously and the hard work and dedication that it takes, and then the sort of backyard brawl style of what it is. It's a weird dichotomy of the type of people, the fans especially. A lot of the fan base is that they just want to see brawling and violence and shit, and that sort of gives the sport a bad name in terms of like some people. Like a lot of the like older generation type of people, they just completely discount the UFC because they don't think it has like the elegance of boxing or something.
It's whack.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's weird. But it's things like this that make people
perpetuate that
perpetuate
idea.
it. Exactly.
Yeah, that perpetuate
Yes.
that idea of it being like human cockfighting.
Exactly.
And it's just like a bunch of people that are just throwing shit.
Yeah.
But anybody who thinks that is fucking ridiculous. If you can break down something and be like, hey, is boxing a real sport? Is it respected? Is it something that that you can watch and there's all of these intricacies that you will only know maybe 5% of if you're fucking lucky?
Yeah.
You know, wrestling. Is that like that? Is that a well-respected sport?
Jiu-jitsu.
Does that belong in
Muay Thai.
Yeah. Are
Kickboxing.
all of these disciplines by themselves
Karate.
karate Are all of these disciplines by themselves well respected?
Yeah.
And fucking, if you combine them all together,
Do they stop being respectable?
Yeah.
No.
It's whack.
Whack. How about this Connor shit though?
Okay, so he got arrested for
In Miami, baby.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He was in Miami. Some guy tried to take a selfie with him.
Mm-hmm.
He took this dude's phone and smashed it.
Fucking smashed it and then took it. He kept the phone.
Oh, he kept
smashed
the phone?
it and then he kept the phone. It's one of those things where like I saw Conor McGregor arrested and I was like, oh no, fuck, what did he do? And then I saw the reason and I was like, I don't care. Don't be an asshole. Don't run up to famous people and try to take pictures of them.
That's what I'm gonna do when I walk into AT&T, because I'm gonna have to do that for my phone pretty soon.
Yep.
I'm gonna be like, Conor McGregor smashed my phone.
He was out here in LA. I just tried to take a selfie of him without asking. I invaded his personal space and privacy.
He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
I like how since then this week he's been just touring around America doing cool shit. Like I've
Yeah,
just
like
seen
what?
pictures of him. He was in Chicago today for St. Patrick's Day. I think he was in Boston, or maybe he was in Boston today. I don't know. He was at a Bruins game and he did some sort of opened the game somehow. I don't know how hockey works, but he did some shit at the Bruins game. He kept calling them.
Did he drop the puck?
Maybe. I don't think that's a thing.
Is that what you do?
I don't think that's a thing, because then you'd be like on the ice when it starts. I think the ref does that.
Maybe he was the ref.
Maybe he was the ref. Maybe. Can Conor McGregor skate?
I doubt it, dog.
I doubt
Have you
it,
seen
too.
his jump shot?
Is it bad? I've seen him throw a football. It's awful. Dude, is he like secretly a shitty athlete?
Huh? I mean, I just think that he's
There's
so
different
focused
forms
on
of
one
athleticism.
athlete. I think that he's so focused on one discipline.
Is he just bad at like ball sports? He can't do them right? I mean, in his defense, he grew up in Ireland. Him not being able to throw a football makes complete sense.
Yeah, it's just not as popular, right? So he's probably
Can he kick a soccer ball?
Is he good? Yeah, is he better at soccer? He might be good at soccer.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw Ariel Helwani worked a basketball game last night. He did the hoops stream.
Huh.
And he was like, this is like one of my longest dreams. I've been a lifelong NBA super fan. He's a huge Raptors fan. Or no, I'm sorry. He's a huge Knicks fan. He's Canadian, but he's a Knicks fan. I don't know why.
Okay.
But he also likes the Raptors. But he did like, you know how ESPN will do these things where they just have like random people live stream the game, so they show them watching the game and their reactions. Like kind of like if they were on Twitch or something. It's kind of how they do it.
Like a fight companion, but it's
Kind of, yeah.
Right.
But it's on ESPN Plus. He did it with, I don't remember who they were. It was an ex-player and a woman that works for ESPN. But afterward, they took like some fan questions, and one of them was like, which NBA player would make the best UFC fighter? And immediately the ex-player was like James Johnson. And I was like, that's right. Put some respect on Bloodsport's name.
Yeah.
He's got real training and background. But then somebody was like, yeah, but what if Giannis did it? And I was like, stop.
Yeah.
Too scary.
Yeah.
Too scary. And
because James
Ariel
Johnson would
Helwani-
be a heavyweight, right?
Yeah, dude. All basketball players would be heavyweights, pretty much, except like the tiny point guards. But even then, like what's Steph? 6'2", 185? That's a middleweight.
That's weird.
Fucking wild. Steph Curry would have to. He could cut weight down to featherweight probably, or lightweight. Sorry, he would probably be able to cut down to the lightweight.
Would he?
But you want to see Max Holloway beat the shit out of Steph Curry?
Jesus.
Kind of, but not really.
Nah, dude, that would be so sad.
It'd be really sad. But like, yeah, what does Giannis weigh now? He's gained 51 pounds since he was drafted. So what does he weigh? 220, something like that?
At least
230?
Mm-hmm.
That's a fucking giant heavyweight. He's 7 feet tall. It's weird
so
to think.
crazy long and athletic, dude.
Dude, he'd be devastating if he trained from his youth to be a fighter. Oh, stop it! Terrifying.
Yeah,
terrifying.
Yeah.
Ariel Helwani's one. He said Steven Adams.
He's
Strongest dude in basketball.
Scrappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would also be massive.
I think that he has a resoluteness that a lot
Like
of
you don't
NBA
think
players probably wouldn't have.
Meaning he'd be down to fight?
Yeah, he'd be game.
He'd be game, yeah. Yeah, he has that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
He also seems like the nicest dude ever, but if you pushed him, he'd break you. You know what I mean?
He'd be the type that would ground and pound you, right? And like fucking when the guy was like knocked out,
He'd be telling the ref to stop
he'd
the
be
fight.
like, yo, he's knocked out.
Yeah, I got him, mate.
Mm-hmm.
That was a horrible Australian
Yeah, that was fucking bad.
I decided to do the accent after I started talking because I was like, if I'm going to say mate, I might as well try. Didn't work out. I'm also not, I can't do Australian.
No,
That's a weird one for me.
it's kind of tough, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at it.
I
can
just-
say,
it-
I
it
can say
just-
specific word.
It just turns into British.
Koala, water,
Water?
water.
Water?
Go down to Macca's.
The what?
Macca's.
What is that?
McDonald's. That's how they-
Macca's?
That's how they say McDonald's.
They say Macca's?
They say Macca's.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Have you ever had foreign McDonald's?
Foreign McDonald's? Yes.
It's weird.
Dog. I've had McDonald's in Dubai and Spain.
I had McDonald's in Madrid.
Mhm.
It was gross.
Yeah. The fucking, you know that you've seen Pulp Fiction.
Yep.
Right? You remember the scene in Pulp Fiction at the beginning with Jules and with John Travolta's character. Fuck, what's his name?
John
Vega.
Travolta.
Vega.
Adele Dazeem.
Adele Dazeem. With Vega and Jules. And they're talking about McDonald's and how he fucking went to Europe and ate at McDonald's and how they don't have a double quarter pounder with cheese. They call it a Big Royale with cheese.
Yeah.
Or they call it a Royale with cheese. Fucking, when I was in Dubai, I fucking checked the menu to make sure.
Is it called a Royale?
It's not called a Royale. It's called a Mick Royale.
Okay. That's
And
fine.
I was like,
that's fine.
that's close enough.
Also, like, that
It's close
movie's
enough.
old enough that they could have changed it. You know what I
Sure.
mean? Yeah.
Mhm.
That's cool, though. Royale with cheese. Not about it.
I don't know. I didn't go to Burger King.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know anybody that eats Burger King.
Do you remember the last time that you've had Burger
When
King?
I was a child.
I don't fucking remember the last time I had Burger King.
I don't know anybody that eats it.
Maybe middle school. I think it might have been before that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how they're alive. I feel like they probably have some sort of, maybe like illegal drug running. I don't know.
I could count on my 9 fingers.
You don't have 9 fingers, you liar.
Yeah, I do.
Well, you do. You do have 9 fingers, but
Plus
you
one.
also have a 10th finger. You got me. You got me. We're not worried about the hour anymore because your phone's working, right?
Yeah. Let me double check this.
Yeah. We were Chris's phone is completely.
Are you done with sports?
Yeah, unless you're not. Because I know there's something we're going to talk about for sure. There's something we got to talk about for sure in the movie world.
Yeah.
He back and he back and he back. James Gunn is back.
Okay. Yeah. We got to talk about this. This is one of our reoccurring
Yeah.
fucking storylines throughout TCAKS.
We'd have to go back and check the tape. Did I have this, or did I say it was a potential? Did I call it, or did I say it might happen? We have to
I'm
go
not
back
sure,
and watch.
but you definitely said something about Disney picking him back up.
I definitely said that it could happen.
Yeah.
I kind of had it. I should have been more I should have had a hotter take. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I should have been like, he will. I guarantee they will rehire him because I had a feeling. There was so much public outcry that I had a feeling.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't
It's not
know,
as good as my Pelicans Cavs hot
That's
take,
true.
but-
That's very true. And for those of you who don't know, James Gunn, director of Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, also films like Super and what are some other James Gunn movies?
He wrote Scooby Doo.
He wrote. Oh, that's right. He did.
Yeah.
Anyway, James Gunn made
Started
the
off
first 2
in
Guardians
Trauma.
movies. That's right. Yeah. He was fired by Disney from making Guardians of the Galaxy 3 for some like 10-year-old tweets that came up. There was a huge public outcry after this happened of basically being like, hey, Disney, stop being stupid. You should have done this. Now, I want to say like 4, 5, 6 months later, they have agreed to rehire James Gunn. This after he agreed to make Suicide Squad 2, which he's still making. He's going to make Suicide Squad 2 and then immediately jump into making Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
That's kind of dope.
It's kind of dope, right?
kinda
It's
dope.
like pretty gangster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he didn't get fired from Disney originally, would he have made Suicide Squad?
No, I doubt
You know?
it.
Yeah,
I don't
he-
think that Warner
he wouldn't
Brothers
have had
would
the
have ever
opportunity.
made the run for him.
So now it's like even better for him.
I told this to my dad last night because it was his birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. And he asked me...
Happy birthday, Faja.
He was asking me about stuff from Captain Marvel because he had just seen it. So I was like explaining the MCU to him. And I mentioned that he wanted another Guardians movie because he loves those ones. And I was like, oh, you'd be excited to know James Gunn just got rehired. And that was loud. Drive by quicker, Mr. Motorcycle. Now I forgot what I was going to say. Something about James Gunn, my
Your
dad.
James Gunn. He's coming back.
I literally can't remember. I don't know what the point of that was.
Oh my goodness.
I just want to tell my dad happy birthday. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Anyway,
James Gunn is back.
you excited
which is
James
cool.
Gunn's back?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited. I was like low-key super worried about the Guardians movies without him. Even though Marvel has their whole they would have made a good movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All their movies are at the baseline are good. They're decent movies. They get the job done. They would have been able to do at least that. But I don't think, or I think they would have had a hard time recapturing the heart and connectivity of what James Gunn brings to those characters in that story. Plus, Dave Bautista would have been mad the whole time they made it.
And the uniqueness.
Yeah, definitely.
James Gunn's fucking weird.
Yeah,
like
he's a weird dude. Super is a whack-ass movie.
Well, but like the thing that like his fucking weirdness like is why he fucking is why his Twitter was the way that it was. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that he's a fucking pedophile. I think that he
just made shitty
pedophilic jokes.
Yeah, he made shitty jokes.
It's the same kind of shit that like Trey Parker has that allows him to fucking make good shit on South Park. Whatever. But James Gunn's back, which is cool.
Yeah. Do you watch that last Avengers trailer?
Yeah. Did I? I'm not sure.
Did you see their spacesuits?
No, I don't think.
Bro,
no,
there's a new Avengers trailer, dog.
I don't think I watched. Okay, so one thing that fucking really annoys me when I like go onto YouTube, right, and I type in specific movie trailer, right? There's so many fucking fakes out there, dude.
Yeah.
There's so many fucking like repurpose. Like I'm just gonna take the shit that's from Infinity War and I'm gonna make it into a fan made trailer. And the problem is people are really fucking good at it. That's the worst part about it. Like you know how many times I've had a conversation with a person and they say like, "Oh, do you know that they're making in X movie? Insert movie here, right?" And
did you know they're making a James Dean movie?
yeah, do you know that they're making a James Dean movie in space, right?
Whoa,
Whatever.
that's fucking high.
Yeah.
And then they make a fan-made trailer.
Yeah, and they but
it's
like and but then they
that's why
show
that
me a
person
fan made
believes it.
trailer.
Yeah.
I'm like,
This isn't a real trailer, dog. This isn't a real movie.
look, go on to IMDb, see if there's a
Confirm.
profile.
Confirm that shit.
See if there's a profile for that movie. If it's not, and there's already a trailer out, there's something afoot.
Yeah, something
there is
is
some afoot.
Yep.
Some fuckery's going on.
Yeah, dude, this new trailer.
It's
Dude.
it's annoying because it's like it's misleading.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times the fan trailers, like when you go back to the original source, like the YouTube video itself would be like, oh, look how cool it would be if this, like, don't you want this to exist? Is kind of the
No. Yeah,
the
I don't
vibe
think
they're
people are
going-
doing this with ill intent.
Sometimes they're not. Sometimes, but like, there's a lot of people that are taking this, fucking throwing it on Facebook and being like, coming out July 2020.
Yeah.
And it's fucking really annoying.
I saw
And
Topher Grace's.
If you're not careful, you can be duped.
Yeah, you can be duped. I saw Topher Grace's all the Star Wars movies put into one trailer that he edited. He was like my
his
wife.
girlfriend
He was
was-
like my girlfriend or my wife was gone for the weekend, so I made a Star Wars trailer.
Way to do it.
Too big, Topher. It's pretty good too. Pretty good trailer. It was like long. It was like 5 minutes. It was like more than a trailer, but it was basically like an amalgam of all the movies. It's pretty
That's
cool.
cool.
But yeah, this new Avengers trailer, I'm so fucking hyped.
What
dude.
happens in it?
I mean, it's just hype, dog. So they do it. I'll give them props. Marvel, especially with the Avengers movies, they don't put anything in the trailers. They just do enough to titillate you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an excuse to say that word. So like they spend like the whole first part of the trailer showing stuff from old movies. There's like a voiceover of Tony Stark being like, I remember when I first made the suit and I escaped from that cave and blah, blah, blah. And something about Pepper Potts and how he loves her. And it's just all shots from Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2 and like old movies. And they do the same thing with, I think with Steve Rogers. But like they get the feels going. They get that emotional feeling going. Dude, fuck off anyone who tells me the Avengers score isn't good.
Yeah?
Like, I've seen a bunch of hot take things where it's like the Marvel movie scores are very weak for such well-made funded blockbusters. And I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. But the Avengers theme is great. That like it gives me the feels. And that's like the only way that I can get it, like if you have a long-running franchise, it's like how whenever we go to the movie theater at Universal and the freaking Harry Potter theme is playing and I get chills.
Yeah.
It resonates something inside of me emotionally.
Yeah.
But yeah, this new trailer's hype. There's spacesuits.
Yeah. Speaking of,
I'll say this. Scarlett Johansson's acting her ass off in the trailer.
Really?
Yeah, dude. There's a couple parts where you're like, dude, ScarJo is
I gotta
going
track down
in.
the trailer. Hopefully, I
Yeah,
found the right
that's
one.
good. Jeremy Renner's got his big mohawk thing.
Jeremy Renner's got a mohawk.
Yeah.
Like he's wearing a helmet that has a mohawk?
Nah, dog. He ain't no
His
Captain
hair-
Marvel.
his
He
hair?
has like a weird haircut. Sides of his head are shaved. He's got like a mohawk thing.
Huh.
He's all like, my family probably got dusted, and I'm mad.
Probably?
We don't know.
Oh, okay.
I assume. He doesn't actually say that. There is a really sad shot though of like it's like a wide view shot of him with his daughter like teaching her archery, and she shoots a bullseye, and he like celebrates with her, and then it fades into just him standing there really sadly. So they got dusted for sure.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so I'll bring this up. So I saw this on our movies.
Okay.
I saw this on Reddit.
Yep.
The other day. It was a video of why Bohemian Rhapsody's editing
is bad. I saw that. I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
No.
It's pretty good. Maybe like 13-minute video. Did you notice anything bad about the editing?
No,
during the movie?
I'm not tuned into those things though. I don't
So,
know how it works well enough.
This
to
is
know when it's
like
bad.
a really strange kind of, I don't know, topic because, Bohemian Rhapsody won the Oscar for Best Editing.
Oh God.
They won the Oscar for Best Editing, right? But a lot of people are like, yo, this movie isn't edited well. There's a lot of fucked up shit with this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But so I watched this movie, or I watched this video talking about why Bohemian Rhapsody's editing is bad. And there was a lot of, I started off being kind of skeptical, being like, oh, this is just some fucking video essay of this dude fucking criticizing a professional editor that doesn't know what they're talking about. And he goes into why like a lot of the decisions were bad, and then he literally re-edited it.
Okay.
He takes the actual footage that is only placed in the movie and then rearranges it.
Okay.
And then explains why he does it, and then plays both the original and the fixed version.
So he does that real shit. He does that. Back it up with ideas. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it was good. It was a pretty good video. But a lot of people are theorizing that the reason that they gave this editor the award for best editing is not because it was the best edited film, but because he put out the best product and he had the most struggle, the most obstacles to face because of the
live performances and stuff.
No, because of they fired
Bryan Singer.
Bryan Singer. Yeah.
So he had to
fired
deal
Bryan
with two
Singer.
directors.
He had to deal with two different directors and apparently a lot of different like conflicting footage. And because he had all these obstacles ahead of him, he had to basically cut two different movies together.
So they basically were like, you did an admirable job of doing something that was overly difficult.
Yeah,
Here's an Oscar.
It's more of an achievement for that director.
How come they
and his
didn't give
job
the editor of
than it
Justice
is-
League an Oscar?
I don't know.
Because they did the same thing.
No, it seems
I mean,
kinda
that
whack.
movie's not good.
Seems kind of
but-
whack, but I'm also like, how much could this guy just be fucking wrong? Like,
Yeah,
could
we
this-
don't know anything about editing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I feel like the technical arts, when you dive into like why things work with scores of movies and the way movies are edited or sound edited, it's very hard if you don't understand the thing to be critical about it at all.
Yeah.
Right. It's like when you like the same thing. Like when you watch the shout out you did for the Harry Potter score, that YouTube series, one of our very first episodes. I watched those videos and I was like, I get what this dude is saying.
But you disagree.
And no, I agree that he's right that the scores could probably be better
Right.
after John Williams stopped doing them. But I still think they're really good. I still,
Okay.
when I hear the scores, I'm not like taken out of the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think for the most part, the movies that are later in the series are better than the
Can you
ones
think
early
of
in the
any
series.
movies that like where the score kind of takes you out?
What was we just talked about this with something.
Buzzkey,
Velvet Buzzsaw.
Velvet
Buzzsaw kind of did it a little bit.
Velvet Buzzsaw a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think it happens very often. I did want to talk about a score though. Now that we're on the subject, I watched Swiss Army Man this week.
Yeah.
First of all, interesting movie. Fucking weird as hell.
Really?
Paul Dano and Daniel Radcliffe are fantastic in it though. Very good. But the score, holy fuck, the score is amazing. It's so cool. They set out to do, so they implement the characters on screen into the score constantly throughout the movie. Like Paul Dano will be walking through the woods going bop 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 bop, like, and they just implement that into the score.
Really?
Yeah, and the score is made up almost entirely of vocal or physical things that you could do yourself. So it's like clapping and things like that, just voices you can make. and like the banging on trees and shit like that. There's almost no instrumentation to the entire score. It's all choral.
Well, it's what is it? Diegetic sound.
When you implement it into the scene.
Well, it's like it's sound that's coming directly from the environment of the narrative itself. Like
Kind of.
Right.
But it's only layered. So it's like it'll start with Paul Dano singing a lullaby that he can't remember the words to that his mom used to sing to him when he was younger.
Okay.
And he changes the words usually into something silly about being lost or farting a lot. And because Daniel Radcliffe's corpse is always farting. But so he'll start singing this lullaby and then it will layer in like a whole chorus and more sounds. It's not all things he's doing. It just usually starts that way and it's very interesting. Super cool way to do a score. And throughout the movie, I was just like blown away by the music of the movie.
I always forget how to say it. It's either diegetic or diegetic.
Is it GIF or GIF?
I don't know, man.
I don't either.
I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, I would recommend Swiss Army Man. It's a very, I really enjoyed it, the experience. It's one of those movies where by the time it's over, you kind of don't know what to think of it. You're like, how do I feel about what just happened? Do I like Paul Dano? Do I not like Paul Dano? There's like some realizations that you're like, this is kind of crazy, but it's definitely worth experiencing the movie for sure. Look at that list. You just pulled up a list.
Well, I had to look up the 2 movies that I saw in Film 20.
In your class?
In my intro to screenwriting class.
What did you say?
So I've seen...
You talk for a second. I go blow my nose.
Yeah, okay. So I saw 2 movies. The first one that I saw was a movie called Adaptation. Adaptation starring Nicolas Cage, written by Charlie Kaufman, who also wrote Being John Malkovich, as well as Synecdoche, New York.
He's in this with Nick Cage?
So no, he wrote.
Okay, he wrote.
Charlie Kaufman wrote this.
Gotcha.
But Adaptation is a super meta film about a character named Charlie Kaufman trying to adapt a book called The Orchid Thief.
Okay.
You know how like the first movie that I watched in this class
Setups
was called
and payoffs?
Well, it was called The Lookout, and I was like, why the fuck am I watching this? Like, as soon as the teacher said that we were going to watch Adaptation, I was like, well, obviously we're gonna watch Adaptation, because I was like, it's a movie about fucking screenwriting.
Yeah.
So it's like the one movie that like it's just super obvious, a really obvious choice that we would watch it. But fucking really good like first 2 acts. Like the ending of the movie is like really fucking just out there. I mean, I won't even say out there. It's just like it doesn't feel like it fits.
It doesn't have the right setup and payoff.
It does. Like there's definitely it does have. Yeah, it's not the right setup and payoff.
Okay.
I would say.
Interesting.
But it's still good. It's still funny. Fucking Nicolas Cage plays both Charlie Kaufman as well as his twin brother.
Okay. Is he going full Nick Cage?
It's pretty fun. It's
Good or
really
bad.
fun.
There's different versions of full Nick Cage.
It is really fun. Like I like watching Nick Cage.
Yeah.
It's definitely and Adaptation was definitely it's definitely a good movie. It's really weird. Yeah, if you're like into fucking Being John Malkovich.
Yo,
if you're into like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
What's the best person playing their own twin performance?
How many of them have
Off the top of my head, there's the one you just said. There's Tom Hardy in that gangster movie.
Army Hammer.
There's Army Hammer in Social Net. That's what I was thinking of. It's probably the best one I can think of. That's probably the best one I can think of off the top of my head. But it's definitely been done more than that. I just can't think off the top of my head of any crazy ones. Well,
Phoebe and Friends.
Oh God, yeah, Phoebe and Friends.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
Yeah,
her sister was on another show that Lisa Kudrow was in before Friends.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the character Phoebe's sister was a character from another show that Lisa Kudrow was on.
Really?
Yeah, they had like a connected universe before it was cool.
That's weird.
Yeah, pretty wild.
That's strange. I didn't know that.
What's her name? Ursula?
Yeah. Good pull.
It's a wild name.
I had to think about it. I was like, it's not Phyllis.
You've been watching too much Office, dog.
Yeah.
You can never watch too much.
But the second movie that I watched in this class, an intro to screenwriting, this movie called After Hours,
Mm.
directed by. If I told you that it was set in New York, who would you guess? I mean, I
Is
feel
that something I should know?
Well, I mean, I feel like it's something that should be on your brain considering the poll this month.
Oh, is it Scorsese? In my head, I thought that, and I was like, that's too easy.
Yeah.
Plus,
Marty.
like, I'd never heard of it, and I was like, Scorsese's movies are all famous.
No. Have you heard of The Last Temptation of Christ?
Yes.
Have you heard of...
Dude, I grew up Catholic. Of course I've heard of The Last Temptation of Christ. The fuck are you talking about? I've never seen it, though, and I never will.
Okay. Why not?
I just don't want to.
Okay. Whatever. All right, but this movie's called After Hours.
Okay.
I don't even...
Which makes me think of Cracked. When you said that. Was it Cracked?
Yeah, Cracked. Yeah,
After Hours.
Yeah, like one of my favorite video
very
series.
good series.
Yeah.
Shit, we should have saved that for a shout-out. It's a good shout-out.
Damn, that is a good shout out.
We co-shout out Cracked After Hours right now.
Yeah, but this movie, directed by Marty Scorsese.
Oh,
it's called After.
you call him Marty?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even fucking know the fucking main guy's name, the actor's name. But he's in a lot of stuff. Like you would recognize his face.
Mm-hmm.
He was in 40 Days, 40 Nights. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. But fuck, who else is in it? God damn it, the woman from Young Frankenstein is also in it.
So we've got Griffin Dunn,
Who is
Rosanna
the-
Arquette,
Rosanna
Verna
Arquette.
Bloom, Tommy Chong.
Mm-hmm. As well as Cheech.
Nice. Yeah,
Cheech
there's
and
Cheech
Chong are
right
both
there.
in.
Terry Garr.
Terry Garr is the
Linda Fiorentino. She
Uh-huh.
related to the coach? Tony Fiorentino? Yeah, baby! Catherine O'Hara's in it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Marty Scorsese. There you go. Written by Joseph Minion.
Few people. There's a cameo.
Movie's got a
from-
7.7 on IMDb.
I feel like it's a little high.
Yeah?
I feel like it's a
weren't a
little high.
fan?
It's a very
I like that poster, though. It's wild.
yeah, it's pretty interesting. This movie is like very much like a semi good person in New York basically goes on a date in Soho, which is like the art district in
Yeah.
in New York.
Dude, come on. I play Spider-Man. I know New York.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I know all about New York's geography.
Yeah. Do you hang out with Marty when you play Spider-Man?
No, I hang out with him in Spider-Man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I swing around with him. You were sleeping on Adaptation's cast, dude. Nick Cage, Meryl Streep, Chris Cooper, Tilda Swinton.
Yeah,
Come
there's
on
a lot.
now.
There's a lot.
Also a 7.7, weirdly.
Adaptation is better than After Hours. I'd say.
Okay.
So this movie, this dude fucking walks around Soho. He goes on a date and fucking basically like through happenstance. This movie through happenstance, like this dude just gets caught up in the worst situation imaginable. Where basically at the end of the night, he ends up running away from a mob that wants to kill him. I won't like that's not as much of a spoiler, but like it lets you in on to the type of movie this kind of is. And it's sort of the first act like led me to believe that it was going to be like a fucking Twin Peaks-esque like sort of surreal thriller. I thought that it was going to be that, and then it like kind of like delved into like I don't know like Dinner for Schmucks or something, you know, like it was like very.
I liked Dinner for Schmucks when it came out.
Yeah.
I don't remember it really well.
It's a fun movie.
I don't remember it super well, but that was like the peak of Steve Carell in the Office phase. So I was just like, I love this man.
It's a fine movie, but like I thought that it was going to lead into something like very dreamlike and like super. It's strange, but in just like kind of a quirky way. And
Okay,
I was like,
it's kind of weird.
like you can tell with like the direction and the fucking shot selection and cinematography and shit like that. You can tell that there's like good like talented director behind the camera.
Oh, who Marty?
But yeah, it's average.
Average movie.
Yeah.
Not everyone makes a great movie every time. Except that one dude. Who's that
But
one dude?
apparently people love it. Fucking 7.7.
It's a pretty high ranking.
Yeah.
What else happened this week?
I have another movie thing.
Another one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Another movie thing. Not a movie that I saw, but a trailer that came out.
Ooh, what?
Have you seen the trailer for Good Boys?
No.
Do you know what Good
I've never
Boys
heard of
is?
it.
Okay. So, Good Boys is produced by Seth Rogen, starring fucking TCAKS' own Jacob Tremblay,
That boy!
Fucking Jacob
Trembling
Tremblay.
Nation!
and basically two other
Will Forte?
child actors. But
Retta?
This is what it seems like.
Lil Rel?
This is what it seems like. Super
A lot
bad
of kids in this
with
movie.
kids.
That's intriguing.
Super bad with like
Those
like
kids
middle
smoking
school,
weed?
Like
Middle schoolers? Okay.
so like there's fucking plot lines where like they end up with like a dildo or something. They like smuggle drugs on accident. It's like shit like that.
But
But
it
it's
says
like
from the guys who brought you Superbad, Neighbors, and Sausage Party. Rated R for... They very largely put that it's rated R, which is funny. Rated R for strong, crude sexual content, drug and alcohol material, and language throughout, all involving tweens.
Yep.
That's funny. That's a good poster.
But yeah,
Yeah, they're sixth graders.
it's tween super bad. That's how like I sort of
that
process
sounds
it.
fun. That
Yeah.
sounds like a fun
Yeah,
movie.
but like
Also, Trembly Nation.
so the trailer, one of the trailers that I saw for it, I think like the beginning of the Red Band trailer is Seth Rogen talking to these three kids about how they can't watch their own Red Band trailer.
That's funny.
And he was like, "Look, you can be in the movie. Like, you can be a part of the process, but you can't watch their own Red Band."
So they're
trailer."
also
they're like
while making
Jacob
this-
Tremblay's like, "That's fucked up."
Yeah.
and
So-
that's like, "Yeah, you could say that, but you can't
You can't watch yourself say it.
saying it."
That's fun. That's pretty meta. That's a meta joke. I like that.
It seems kind of fun. It seems like it's
somebody
going to
from
be.
Wonders in it besides Jacob Tremblay.
It seems like it's going to be all right, but it's like it seems like a movie that I'm going to enjoy more
Yeah.
than it's going to be a good movie.
Yeah. I'm into it. I'd watch that.
Yes.
I'll check that trailer out.
One of the things
Good
I wanted to
boys.
bring up.
Cool.
Do you have any
Cool,
other
cool.
movie shit?
No,
I have a weird thing to bring up.
Do it.
I had a dream, dog.
I got a dream.
I had a dream that I killed someone.
So wait, this is different than your Justice Winslow dream.
Yeah,
Because that dream made me happy.
completely
Chris saw the future in his dream about Justice Winslow being a superstar. It's fine.
Yeah.
Tell me about your new dream about killing someone.
Okay, so I had a dream that like all of us are in high school, which is a recurring theme for me, I guess.
Reliving your glory days.
Ew. I feel like it's the opposite though. I feel like the reason that it like fucking resides in my subconscious is because I hated high school.
Why'd you hate high school?
I like went through a lot of shit in high
High school
school.
was chill.
For you,
It
dog.
was chill, dog.
People have different.
No, dude, everyone has the exact same experience.
No, dude. So this is what happened, right? So fucking, we were both the same person leading up to like junior
Junior
of
year,
high
and then
school.
we'd split.
And then we split
Yeah.
into two different people,
Yeah.
and then you took all of the chillness.
Yeah.
And I remember all of the fucking drama.
Okay.
And the awful shit.
That's because I don't deal with that shit. I'm not about it.
Anyways, it wasn't
Keep
a
it out of
movie.
my life.
It wasn't a dream. I said a movie. It wasn't a dream about high school.
but we
like,
were in high school.
But we were like in high school, and I'm not sure if you were in the dream. I'm saying like we,
The royal
like because
we?
there was a group of us.
Okay.
And there was like a group of like 4 people. There was like me, and then like another like straight character. Like I'm not saying like sexuality wise. I'm saying like just
like
normal,
like an everyman.
like another everyman, right? Another normal character. And then there was an incredibly crazy person.
Okay.
Someone who like was continually being like, we gotta go out and kill people,
Okay,
like really
okay.
fun, crazy person.
Mm-hmm.
And then like there was another dude who was more dangerous than the crazy person because he was like just crazy enough to where he like understood this crazy person, but like sane enough to where he could like persuade us.
Could manipulate you.
Yeah.
Into doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So this dude ended up talking us into like killing a person. And I was like, throughout the entire dream, I was fucking, I was just like, I was distraught.
Yeah.
I was fucked up
Yeah.
from this dream that like I killed someone.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
it like led me to like killing other people.
Oh my god.
Because
to
I was
cover
like,
it up.
because I was like, I have to kill. Like, I'm a killer now. Obviously,
So I gotta keep killing people.
I gotta keep killing people.
You are what you do. I don't know. Just start killing. That's it. That was your dream.
And then I woke up.
That's a really boring dream.
That's boring.
Well, no. Like I thought there was gonna be like some sort of incident.
I don't know. I just want
It's
to talk
just
to
like
you
a
about
weird
it, dude.
feeling. No, but like, what do you think that means, dude?
I don't know, man.
Do you think you have to murder somebody?
Have we ever talked about like dream interpretation
Yes.
on this podcast?
We talked about a book you got, didn't we? No, that was way
Maybe.
before we did the podcast. I don't know.
Maybe.
I know you got a book called Dreams. with dreaming or something.
So that book specifically, I bought it from like a super hippie bookstore in San Diego.
Yeah.
I bought that book specifically for writing.
Yeah.
Like just for themes and shit. Because like if you go in there and you look up fucking oranges, you know, it'll like give you like thematic reasons as to why this orange is in your dream or whatever. But it's very loose I didn't buy the book so that I could be like, oh, why is there an orange in my dream? And then fucking like, I feel like that's the stupidest way to interpret your dreams. But I bought it so that I could be like, okay, like my writing is thematically about whatever. You know, let me look up whatever in this book and see what they say about it.
Yeah.
You know, like so that I could see what's already sort of in other people's consciousness and like it could help, you know,
with expectations and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, like expectations and just help spark my writing.
Yeah.
Like just
so, what are you talking about dream interpretation if not looking up dream books?
So Freud.
That boy Siggy?
Freud. Yeah. Sigmund Freud.
He was kind of crazy.
He's in. So okay, the book that I'm reading right now, Willpower,
the one that you keep talking about, how you want to talk about.
I'll talk about it next week.
Ooh,
I'll talk about it next week because I'm almost done with it. I'm not finished with it yet. That's why I didn't talk about it on this episode.
Okay,
but they brought up how Sigmund Freud was. He had two, like there was like two prongs to him. He had
he
was A, very visionary and very like ahead of his time, and B, very wrong. Like,
that's funny.
Like a lot of modern day psychologists are like, yeah, he was just fucking really misinformed about things. Like he was fucking on coke all the time.
Yeah.
And he just like had a lot of whack ideas. But they kind of led to interesting areas, and plus he's someone who a lot of like fucking writers and shit love Freud just because he's so good at in theory. He's someone that like when you use Freud to write your characters, it seems like your characters are more interesting. You know, it just seems logical, right? But anyways, we were talking about dream interpretation. There was so one idea that I think is fairly like this isn't a whack idea, but he talks about latent content and manifest content with your dreams, right?
Okay.
So the manifest content is the actual dream, right? So you're walking down the street in your underwear, and then a cement truck drops a bunch of newspapers on you, right? That's the manifest content, right? Then the latent content is why that occurred, right? Maybe you fucking got into a car accident a week ago, right? That could be a reason as to why you're really stressed out about, you know, being around cars, whatever. But it's that's like kind of the shit that like I'm like, oh, okay, that seems like the more fucking normal way to interpret a dream. Why are we talking about that?
You said you had a dream about murdering people, and I want to know what your interpretation of your dream
So
was.
obviously the manifest the manifest
is the
content
murdering.
Is the murdering.
Did you actually commit the murder in your dream? Or
yes, I fucking had an axe, dog.
Oh, shit.
I had an axe and I chopped this person up.
Okay, you didn't say that. That's an exciting dream.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I
thought your dream was just about knowing you murdered
I killed this
someone.
person with other people.
Yeah.
Like you
committed group murder.
All of us killed one person.
Okay.
Right? That's all I really remember.
Okay.
But yeah, I killed this person with an axe. I chopped them up.
And then you killed more people?
And then I killed more people. But I don't remember like it was like I remember having the need to kill more people. But like
I wasn't need for murder.
I think ultimately, what the latent content is, I think it's guilt.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense.
You know, because like
not because you murdered someone.
Because like I like the number one thing that I remember from this dream is like how betrayed I felt of like my own character.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Of being like
I can't believe I would have done this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like holy shit, I'm this person. I just killed.
That's who
someone.
I am.
I just killed someone.
Wow.
And like this person just led me into this. It's kind of nuts.
Manipulative jerk. Manipulative.
It's kind of fucking nuts.
Manipulative. There we go. I got it. That was weird. Don't do that in real life. You get in big trouble.
kill someone in real life?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
I'll try not
I'm just
to.
warning you.
No. All right.
Don't follow those base needs.
Yeah, just don't go in that closet.
Uh-oh. Hey. Is it me? Am I dead in there?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Dog, if you were actually dead, then this fucking entire podcast would be so strange. Like I ended up like fucking we wrap up, I go into my
and it's
room
my
and fucking
body.
recording it. No, it's like me sitting by myself talking to a chair.
You'd be Swiss Army Manning.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, weird.
Yo, I'm getting spooked out, dude. Don't do that to me.
I am your farting corpse.
Ew.
It's a weird movie, but it's good. It's good. It's super weird though. It's so fucking weird.
Is there a lot of
I
farting
like
jokes?
Yeah, well, it's weird. Like, I looked up stuff online, like comments about it online, and a lot of it was like, I'm not into fart humor, but like this movie worked for, and it's like, it's not farting jokes. It's just like the corpse farts a lot, and it plays funny and not funny at different times. But the way that the director or writer, I don't remember, pitched it to Daniel Radcliffe when he first told him about it, he was like, the first fart will make you laugh. The last fart will make you cry. That was what he told him. Stupid. How ridiculous is that? You know what, though? It's kind of true. It's kind of true. Yeah.
So you liked it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. It's just super weird. Like, I wouldn't go tell anybody to go watch that movie.
You wouldn't recommend it to anyone, huh?
No.
That's
Not, you're misunderstanding the way I used anybody.
Okay.
Any rando, I wouldn't be like, oh, yeah, check out Swiss Army Man. I'd be like, I have to know you a little bit to know whether or not you're going to enjoy this movie.
Like, you can recommend Stranger Things to anyone.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Like you would enjoy. I think you would at least. You would not.
Am I gonna get pissed off about the farts?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Do you have a weird?
It's weird, dude. Like
so, do farts bother you?
I will. So like, okay. So, fucking like I'll listen to like Sarah Silverman or Louis C.K. talk about fart humor, and they're like, look, farts are funny. If you don't think farts are funny, then you're a fucking douchebag. Like you don't.
Damn.
Like you're a.
That's harsh, man.
Yeah. Like
I feel like people can
you're
think
just
what's
full of
funny
yourself.
what they think
Like
is funny.
like your butt makes trumpet noises. It's
That's
funny.
True.
It's
That's
funny.
True. They do.
And like when I hear them talk about fart humor, like I'm like, oh yeah, it's funny. Like but then I like actually watch it. I'm just like I feel like I'm rolling my eyes.
I mean, it's like season 2 of American Vandal.
But who knows? Like I said, pseudo intellectual here.
Yeah, you fucking asshole. But like, it's not just fart jokes. There's like, there's practicality to the farting.
Okay.
So it's a weird movie, dude. He's a fucking dead corpse that farts.
Like obviously he's gonna fart because he's dying.
Well, sure. Yes, your body shits itself when you
Dude,
die.
I kill people. Trust me.
In your dream, yeah. There's probably poop everywhere in your dream. That's disgusting. What a gross dream you had.
Dog, I saw a video of a sea cucumber pooping.
Stop. I don't want to talk about that.
What, dude?
It freaks me out enough that the sea cucumbers are alive. That bothers me. Those are creatures.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It has so it's like
it's a living organism.
What do you think a sea cucumber turd looks like?
Long, stringy.
Like what? Like but the consistency. What do you think it looks like?
I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know.
Dog, it looks like a little sand turd. A little turd of sand.
Okay, that's weird.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
And their butthole like expands to like the size of their entire body.
Oh my god. That's
It's
wild.
so weird. It like you can see it like quivering, and I'm
That's
like,
weird.
I'm like, is that how my butthole looks?
Ugh.
We have a lot
Dude,
in common with sea
Pooping
cucumbers.
is gross. Like, it's such a gross thing that we have to do. Pooping.
For that show now? Where that show?
Where we say pooping is gross?
Where we talk about pooping.
You brought it up. You brought up
I talked about
poop.
specifically sea cucumbers pooping because I didn't know that they poop
Then you
like
said
that.
your own
They
butt.
drop deuces, dog. This fucking thing dropped a log that was just like slightly smaller than it was.
Okay, that's gross. Sea cucumbers. That
This
creeps me out.
cucumber dropped a little sand cucumber.
Okay, I get it. It just weirds me out that they're even alive. Why you gotta call them a cucumber if they're a living creature? Give it a real name. That's a fucking vegetable. You're implying that's an ocean vegetable.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's a creature.
Yeah.
I don't like it. You got anything else? You want to do shout outs?
What do you think it would be like to be a jellyfish?
Shitty. We're fucking human.
I
We're fucking
said
humans.
jellyfish, not sea cucumbers.
No, shitty. Any of those weird sea creatures. I don't want to live in the ocean. You kidding me?
Yeah, but you wouldn't be conscious, dude.
Yeah, that would be shitty. All you do is float around and float.
Russ Cole would say that would
And
be like
float?
the key to living a happy
Yeah,
life.
but guess what? I don't agree with Russ Cole's fucking philosophical ideals. I think he's a fascinating character, but I don't agree with him.
Right.
Float and die. Get eaten by a freaking seal or something. Sting some things along the way, but you don't even know you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
How unfun is that? If I gave you stingers and then you didn't know that you were using them, lame. Come on. I would not want to be a jellyfish. The only
Part of me wants to know what it's like.
No, dude. Like the only creatures I think that I would want, that I would like, if some horrible genie showed up or something and was like, I have to turn you into something else, I'd be like, 1, fuck, that sucks. 2, I hope it's a dog or a cat. Otherwise, I'm gonna be fucking sad. Because like at least if you're a dog or a cat, you get taken care of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can live a real cushy life. You can chill out and do nothing all the time. But you also don't have to like hunt to survive and fear getting murdered and all those kinds of things. Cat or a dog, I'd be like, all right, you know what? If you've got to do it, do it. I'll be like that Josh Gad dog that keeps being reborn, going back to the same owner. But yeah, a jellyfish, no thank you.
Speaking of genies,
I wouldn't want to be a monkey either. Monkeys are gross
why not a monkey?
because they're disgusting.
You wouldn't know that you're disgusting. You'd be the monkey.
I would know, dude.
You think you would be grossed out by other monkeys? No, you'd want to fuck them.
Some of them, not all of them. It's not how monkeying works. You don't want to just bang everything in sight. Actually, that might not be true. But like, no, in this situation, I might know. Like, if I got turned into it by a genie.
So you think that you'd be like some type of like, it'd be some Kevin Spacey situation?
Oh,
where
don't bring that up. Come on now.
Where you'd be like,
I don't want to be in any Kevin Spacey situations.
I don't even like it. I don't even like saying that, like, you know, that like I can't keep my attention, like saying that I'm Spacey, you know? Like,
Oh, wow. Yeah. You ruined the word.
Yeah.
No, you're right, though, because that kind of ruins the thought experiment. If I'm aware, it ruins it. I still say that I would only want to be a cat or a dog. I don't think living life as a jellyfish would be worth it.
Anyway, speaking of genies, dog, I fucking watched Aladdin for like the umpteenth time.
The new
This
trailer
week.
where they actually showed things moving
No,
and stuff?
the Aladdin movie.
Oh, the movie. Oh, yeah.
The
we
movie
talked-
Aladdin, the
You
Disney
freaking
original.
watched it without me.
You can, dude, we don't have to fucking do everything
No.
together.
Everything. All the time. No, it's just kind of a bummer because I've been talking for literally like months with different people about how I haven't seen Aladdin since I was a kid. And I didn't watch Aladdin very much when I was a kid. I don't really know Aladdin very well.
Well, you
And it's like Aladdin it's either Aladdin or Lion King that like dudes from our age, that's their favorite Disney movie. Or maybe Hercules.
yeah.
Mine is Lion King, and I love Hercules too, but I don't really know Aladdin. I feel like I'm missing out on something.
You and Kate are kind of in the same boat as far as like you don't really fuck with Aladdin.
I don't fuck with it. I just don't know it well enough to know
Well,
whether
that's
or
what,
not
but that's
fuck
what I
with
mean
it.
by you don't fuck with it.
Okay.
Like you just you don't fuck with it. But Kate was like we should watch it again when I come out. So I mean she's gonna be here in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm. We'll watch it then.
Yeah,
All right, nice.
I'll watch it again. I don't give a shit.
No,
I'll watch it
yeah.
again right now. I fucking love that movie.
Cool. Jafar's bad casting, I feel like. In the new
Oh,
movie.
and yeah,
It-
for the
it doesn't
actual
look
like
promising.
live action movie.
It doesn't look promising.
So okay, a lot of people, this was their reaction, right, to the teaser trailer that came out and the official.
well, going
trailer
back even further to the still images.
Yeah. But to the still images and the teaser trailer, everybody was kind of like, yo, this looks fucking whack, right? And people were also shitting on the casting of Jafar, even in the teaser.
He just doesn't look like Jafar. He looks too young. He looks too sexy.
I would say the number one thing is his fucking voice. He doesn't
Yeah.
seem menacing.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
presence of him
Absolutely.
doesn't. But a lot of people are reacting like, oh, the official trailer, oh, this is 100 times better. Do you?
I thought it
feel-
looked better. I
Yeah?
thought people were overreacting to the genie stuff.
Okay.
You can't take, first of all, don't take still images and make that your idea of the final product. That's stupid.
Yeah.
2, when they showed him blue, he wasn't even moving. Or they showed like that one, just him floating, and that was the only shot they showed. They didn't even show him talking yet or anything.
Mm-hmm.
In this show, they show him moving around a little bit. He's turning in and out of being Will Smith and Genie.
And collectively, all of this stuff is not even the real movie.
Exactly. None of it's done yet. None of it's set.
Yeah.
They can still change things. Nothing is, it's fine.
So
I thought the newest trailer was the most promising yet, though.
But regardless of that, the casting for Jafar
Just doesn't
is
look promising.
disappointing.
It's to
disappointing.
me, it's the most disappointing part.
Yeah, I
Much
would
more
agree.
than the way Genie looks.
I would
or
agree.
anything. I think Genie's going to be fine.
There's definitely a French Prince joke in there, right?
Yes, I think there was.
When he says
something about
when he's leaning back in the dunes, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Look, there's a lot of different things that like I could make you a prince, or I could," and he snaps his finger, "make you a prince."
Yeah.
And then it looks like there's a dude on the dunes that has the Fresh Prince colors, but he's in like
Agrabah gear,
garb.
like garb. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
That's what it looked like.
And we heard a little bit of the song. Doesn't sound awful. Like
Which one? There's a couple different.
The hip hopified version of the
Yeah, it
Genie
didn't
song.
seem
It didn't
too-
seem too
it
bad.
just-
It didn't seem. People were like acting like it was going to insult them personally. The fact
As long
that
as it's not Kazam. Because Kazam
we heard a little bit of Whole
is
New
already
World.
the best movie ever made.
Yep.
So why try to?
Yeah, why try to recreate that?
Yeah.
We heard a little bit of Whole New World. Heard a little bit of Naomi Scott singing.
Which sounded good.
Sounded good.
Sounded good.
A whole new world. That's like the only song that I know from Aladdin.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't know fucking
Like I know that
one jump.
I
ahead
know
of the
that
red
song
line,
exists and people really like it.
one swing
I don't know
ahead
it.
of the sword. I steal only what I can afford. But that's everything.
Ooh, so he
Yeah.
steals everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, no, he can't afford it. He steals
Because
only
he
what he
can't-
can afford, so therefore he steals everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you like Aladdin more than Lion King?
No.
Do you like
Lion
it more
King's
than
a better movie.
Do you like it more than Hercules?
Lion King's a better movie. Like so, Aladdin and Hercules both have like kind of whackness to them.
Mhm.
Like the kind of like A Knight's Tale. Like why is this in this movie? But I think because it could be for a couple reasons. But all of those movies hit me at a young age to where like it was hard for me to be cynical about those movies. And B, like it aids to like it brings the movie itself to a different place. That like it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah.
Which kind of
So you're talking about like in Hercules
aids to
how
its
there's
own
like
tone.
Nike jokes,
Yeah.
and action figurines,
The-
of him,
the
weird
air hurts.
weird modernization of ancient Greece.
Yeah.
I think that's just kind of fun though. Like I don't think it.
Yeah, but it's something that like you don't see in Lion King,
True.
right? Like what's probably like the weirdest quirk
To
in Lion
Pumbaa
King.
dancing in a hula skirt
Okay, yeah,
with
that.
Timon. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
for sure. That's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, Timon and Pumbaa are the probably the weirdest. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
But that's kind of the point.
But there's no like anachronistic parts
think
to
so.
Lion King,
I
like
don't
things
think
that are like completely out of.
No.
Because that's like him wearing a hula skirt is kind of just I don't know, anthropomorphic.
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 I love Lion King, dude. Love it.
Lion King's a
Lion
better
King's one of
movie
my all-time favorite
than
movies.
Aladdin and Hercules.
I'm so hyped for the live-action one. We've seen the teaser, but we haven't heard anything yet. Like we haven't heard Donald Glover as Simba yet, or young Simba. What's that kid's name? I can't remember his name.
I don't remember.
The kid that sings on that one song on that Childish Gambino album.
I don't remember though.
I don't remember. We haven't heard James Earl Jones as Mufasa. Never in our lives. We don't know what it
Who's
sounds
James
like.
Earl Jones?
I don't know.
Does he?
He did not play
Is that
one
who's
of the
playing
most
Jafar?
iconic villains ever.
Is that who's playing Jafar?
No,
in
you
live
know
action?
how you know James Earl Jones. He's from Coming to America. That's how everyone knows him. He's the king in Coming to America. His
son, Hakim,
his most iconic role. Great fucking movie though.
Prince of Zamunda.
That's my James Earl Jones. And Coming to America.
It's a good try.
Yeah. I mean, if I was good at it, then I.
Some people just can't. We can't access it. It's a
no.
gift.
If I could, I wouldn't be here.
I don't know. You could be doing a podcast.
I'd be in
still.
heaven.
You'd be dead.
I'd be God.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones is God.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, cool. Do you want to do shout outs?
Yeah, sure.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You go first because I'm not sure if I have one, or like if I do, I think I have two that I have to decide between.
Okay. I'm going to do... Should I do my really stupid one? Or should I do a normal one? I'll do a normal one. I'm going to do another podcast. Is that like sacrilegious?
You're gonna hold on. You're gonna shout out another podcast.
Yeah, is that messed up?
It's kind of weird.
Doesn't matter. I'm doing it. There's a podcast called Writing Excuses that I enjoy. And it is a podcast done by authors. So these are like novelists. They like it sounds, they do short, like bite-sized podcasts. They say 15 minutes or less, but they're usually more like 20 minutes of writing advice.
Mm-hmm.
And they give you very specific advice in each episode. Every episode they give you homework, so things to sort of spark your creative juices a little bit that are linked to the theme of their episode. And I think the best thing about it is the amount of content. They're in their, I want to say, 11th or 12th season of the podcast. I think a season is a year.
Right.
So they've been doing this podcast for a long time. So there are a lot of episodes to go back and go through and find different advice for different types of things, or anything from like theme to character to dialogue to anything. They have episodes on everything. I think if you wanted to check out like one season, I think it's season 10. It's probably the best one because that is the one where the goal of their podcast for that year was to take you through the actual process of writing a book in 1 year.
Okay.
So that's probably the best season to check out.
Yeah, this is a podcast that both of us were listening to independently of each other.
Without knowing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the main, there's a lot more people on it now. They've added more, like a diverse cast of writers that are occasionally on the show. But the original 4 are Brandon Sanderson, who is like one of the biggest fantasy writers in modern fantasy world. He writes massive fucking books. Howard Taylor, who is an online comic, he writes the Schlock Mercenary comic online. Mary Robinette Kowal, she does a lot of short story writing, and I think her biggest book is called The Calculating Stars, I think it's called, or that's one of her biggest books. And she does like a lot of historical fiction. And Dan Wells is the last one, and his most well-known books are the I Am Not a Serial Killer series, where he wrote a book about a serial killer who only kills serial killers. And it's got turned into a movie with what's the dude's name? Christopher Lloyd? Is that the dude from Back to the Future?
Yeah.
Yeah, Back to the Future. Yeah, Christopher Lloyd was in it. So yeah, those are like the 4 main hosts, and later on they add some more people, but those are the 4 big ones. And it's good advice, quick episodes, very bite-sized, and some good ways to get your creative juices flowing with good advice. So Writing Excuses.
Writing excuses. Dope.
Yep.
Okay, so I have a really weird one. Mine is a young woman, singer, guitar player, musician. Her name is Ashley Stevenson, and she goes by Slim Freedom.
I was about to say
YouTube.
that's the most basic name ever, and then you go and whip that
Ashley
out.
Stevenson goes by Slim Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
She's someone that I think I found it on either Reddit or YouTube, but there's a video of her. If you can track it down, if you're gonna watch anything from this girl, there's a video of her playing a cover of Landslide in the subways of I want to say New York. But she's
I
in
think
a
I might have
subway.
seen this before.
She's in a subway playing Landslide, and it's like super unique take on who made
The Dixie Chicks.
No, it's not the fucking
Isn't it Fleetwood Mac?
Stevie Nicks. So Fleetwood Mac.
Mac.
Dixie Chicks.
Boom roasted.
God. But okay, so she has a really unique. So that light just went out. So this one's probably gonna go out
Okay,
soon.
yeah.
So what was that? Like 2 hours or something?
Something like that. Yeah, now we know. Hour 45.
Like hour 45.
Cool.
On the dot. All right, so she does a cover of Landslide that's fucking super unique. She does like a lot of interesting stuff with her guitar. Really like kind of like a smoky but silky voice. Really interesting voice. But yeah, I would definitely recommend.
Say her name
anyone.
again.
Ashley
her
Stevenson.
stage name?
Ashley Stevenson. She goes by Slim Freedom.
Slim Freedom. You know that's my shit, dude. I love cover songs. Fucking love that shit.
Yo, you'd fucking really like this,
Yeah.
dude.
I might have heard that before. It's
No.
ringing a bell, but I'm gonna look it up. Yeah. So Slim Freedom, landslide for a specific shot. Does she have like a YouTube channel or something with other stuff or?
She has her own YouTube channel, I'm pretty sure,
Okay.
but the only thing that I watched outside of that video was a video. So I watched actually two. I watched a video of her doing the same landslide at like a TEDx.
Okay.
And there was another video of her doing a cover of Leonard Skinner's "A Simple Man," a simple kind of man.
Cool. So yeah,
She's really
Slim Freedom, writing excuses. Those are your shout outs for the week. Go on to Facebook, check out. Oh, yep, there it went. There we go. We know our time. Go on to Facebook, check out the poll for the spoiler episode this month between the two Scorsese films with Robert De
now on,
Niro.
we're just gonna plug them in
Yeah, true.
because I don't want to. We're not gonna set up hour 45
no, yeah,
minutes.
I get it. Yeah. Raging Bull and Taxi Driver. Those are our poll options this month. Send us to the movies. That polls are on Facebook and Twitter.
Did you see Paul's comment?
Yes, I saw Paul's comment. He brings up a valid point, but we let the people choose. If that's what he thinks, he can vote that way. Anyway, yeah, so go vote on the poll. We're going to put the link in the description so that you guys can join the fantasy bracket and do so the winner can send us to the movies next month or pick any movie. They don't have to be in the movie theater. So go check that out. We'll have the link to the bracket group and the password, which is just tcakspod, no caps. You can just search in the group too. If you go on ESPN.com, you can just search for TCAKS and it pops right up. So check those out. Check Chris out, chrismichaelstott.com. Read his scripts. Check him out, Chris Michael Stott on Instagram. Find me on DavinWell25, Twitter and Instagram. Find the show, TCAKspod on Twitter, The Chris and Kyle Show on Facebook, on Instagram, on the YouTubes and the podcasting platforms. Like, share, rate, review, all those fun things. We will be back later this week with True Detective Season 3, which we actually did start and we were in the process of watching. So we will have it out. Good start so far. Looking forward to that episode. Yeah. Yeah. Looking forward to that episode. We will be back for that. We'll see you. We out.
We out. Stay weird.